Shalom, Yasharala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that root well. And salutation and much love for you, I can pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I'm going to jump to this here article real quick. It says Biden wants 70% of Americans partially jabbed by July 4th, says some people need convincing. All right. Which is getting into, the spirit of, you had some people, 2019 or whatever it was, people was laughing and scoffing as, oh, you guys think this is all going to come to a crashing in and everything like that. 2020 rolled around and the people were silent. The scoffers were silent, right? But then now 2021 rolls around and then they're so-called promising them the illusion of a peace and safety, and just you can go back to your normal life. Just depend on us, And you have a mass majority of people now are circling back on around like, see, as long as we do this, we can get back good. But they don't realize they're just walking right into the trap, But it says U.S. President Joe Biden has announced that his administration now aims to have 70% of the population partially jabbed and 160 million fully protected by July 4th. And July 4th is going into their so-called Independence Day. It's a big celebration. It's a big American holiday where people normally get together with their family and have cookouts and go to the beach and things like that. So, and people are not to say used to the lockdowns, but they're tired of being on the inside and locked down and things like that. And so just like when they gave out those stimulus checks, everybody started flocking back to the streets, getting people right where they want them. All right. And there's a lot of these different things that's going on that the so-called government is handing out to people that's putting, Jake right now is fully asleep, man. All right. Because look, they're like, oh, we're getting these stimmy checks. All right. We're getting this, we're getting that. And, we're getting all these different things. And there's so many different, quote unquote opportunities. All right. For Jake to so-called come up financially in certain ways. So they're using these things to their ability. It's like, it's the freest, is this and that, and so on and so forth. Like I was having a conversation with somebody, stupid ass Jake the other day, was saying, oh no, it's a new time, a new age where people are quitting their regular 9-to-5 jobs and going to go get these little side hustles like Uber and stuff like that. And I'm like, only niggas is doing that, man. All right, because they don't make enough money. And their argument was, I only hang around people in the ghetto and everything like this. And I'm like, look, see, your mind, you got that nigga mentality. Nobody that make, the median income for America is what, 50-something K a year. All right. Nobody that's making 50, 60, 70K a year with full health benefits, all right, the 401k and all that stuff, is about to quit their one job with those benefits to go drive Uber on one, a little bit of Uber, a little bit of DoorDash, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Nobody's really doing that, man. Only niggas and nigga mentality. But they think that they're more free. They can do all these things. But like, yo, but you working 2 and 3 times as hard as you was before. And you're really not even getting compensated for what you was doing beforehand, man. All right. But hey, like the scriptures say, a gift destroyeth the heart. Esau knows how to package these things, man. If they was telling you like, yo, we got a mass opening for New York taxi drivers or just taxi drivers in general, how many Jakes is going to be running down there to go get into them damn lines, man? All right. Not many, but you have a lot of our people like, oh, we can get these little side hustles like the Uber and things like that. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. What are y'all really out there? Nobody with real substance and has a real job. I don't know nobody that's got a decent job that would leave all those benefits to go goddamn be a taxi driver or nothing like that. Only Jake is doing that. But these are the things, hey, well, shit, if we get a little discount on the jab or we get a check on this here for getting this here jab, shit, why not? Or they about to hire me at this here job if I go get this jab? But see, Jake is destroyed by this here gift, man. All right. It says, with the administrating meeting, I think I just read this, but we'll read it again real quick. With the administrating meeting his goal of administering 200 million doses of the jab in his first 100 days, Biden sets a new target on Tuesday to have 70% of the adult population covered with the first dose and 160 million people fully jabbed by Independence Day. As of Tuesday, 105 million people in the U.S. were fully jabbed against the pandemic. Get jabbed, Biden said in an address on Tuesday afternoon. In 2 months, let's celebrate our independence as a nation and our independence from the virus, right? You see how they're trying to tie these things into these things, but like the scriptures say, when they should say peace and safety, what's going to come after that? It says, while the U.S. initially struggled to secure enough jabs to meet the demand, the situation is now reversed. The daily numbers of shots administered has fallen sharply since mid-April, and the White House has switched from promising shots to pleading with Americans to take them. All right. And again, if it was so good, why you got to be pleading with folks? Like, come on, man. If Jeff Bezos was about to step down from his position, right, and was gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna step down. Whoever want this job, just DM me real quick. You can have my same job, take all my income, this and that. Just think about that. That's a good deal, right? Now, who would Jeff Bezos have to really plead with, like knocking on people's doors, sending out texts? Come on, bro, take my job. I'm trying to give you billions of dollars. Who the fuck would he have to plead with on that, man? All right, the moment that he would air it, let's say he was airing a commercial, the moment he would air the commercial live on TV, within 35 seconds, that shit would be filled, man. Because, hey, it's quote unquote beneficial, you know. But these types of things, people aren't, you know, they don't see no real, you know, some people are, how do I say, are kind of privy to the way Esau gets down on certain things, right? There are millions of Americans who just need a little bit of encouragement to get the shot, Biden said, and announced a new website and basically a text service that will help the public locate their closest jab center. He also said that the federal government is encouraging stores to offer discounts to customers who show up for the jab, with sports leagues to give rewards for the jab fans. Again, that destroyed the heart, man. All right, you know, you got Jake. Oh shit, we can go to the playoffs, March Madness, and this and that, and the Super Bowl. If we just go get jabbed up, I ain't never been before. But see, you selling your soul for cheap gold, man. All right. It says, however, there is still a significant number of Americans who likely won't be moved by discounted produce or free tickets to a game, while the percentage who say they'll wait and see before getting the jab has fallen. Recent polling found that the number who will definitely not get the jab has remained steady at 13% since December. And you know how they like to throw around that 13%, right? Or that number 13. You know, they always tell you that Jake is, or Judah is only 13% of the population. I'm like, bro, how the hell you say that when we, you know, multiply like crazy? We was quote unquote 13% when we got here 400 years ago, and we still at 13%, and we just having babies out of wedlock to where y'all trying to abort our babies all damn day long? Come on, man. It says, talk to someone you trust, like your physician or your pharmacist, Biden advised, or people who have already taken the jab. Talk to your faith leaders or people in your communities that you trust. It's not a Democratic or Republican issue. Now, they say talk to the people that you trust, but hey, if they're giving you the information that's contrary to what they're trying to push out, they deem these people as quote-unquote conspiracy theorists, medical misinformation, and everything else like that, man. So, I mean, do you really trust these people, or these are the people that just follow beyond their narratives? It's your choice, he implored, telling a reporter afterwards that most people will be convinced by the fact that their failure to get the jab may cause other people to get sick and maybe die. How is it your choice if they're basically trying to force it on people and things like that? And if you try to talk people out of getting these things, it's not their choice at that point in time. You can only hear one side of the story, man. All right, you can't really go and do no research or pull out opposing views and opposing facts and science and things like that go contrary to what they're trying to push, man. All right. And again, I always bring out this how do I say this example. You got a classroom full of students, right? 35 kids in there, right? 34 of these kids got the flu shot, right? Now, they're immune from catching the flu. But your one child don't got the flu shot, right? Now, should the other 34 students be afraid of catching the flu if they already, you know, so-called immune to that because they didn't got the doggone jab? All right? Or now, if they can't get it, do that one child stand a chance of catching the flu from them or spreading it? Come on, man. Don't make no sense, right? But nevertheless, it says skeptics have been advised by celebrities, all right, these idols, media outlets, and politicians in both parties to get jabbed for several months already, and Biden's latest appeal will likely fall on some deaf ears. Asked after his statement whether he'd eventually make the jab mandatory in any way, Biden did not say yes or no. Instead, he said, I'm one of these guys who thinks positively, and the administration would recruit spokespersons that people listen to in an ongoing effort to win over the jab holdouts. Really trying to just brainwash you with certain things. But we're not even going to read no more of this here article because, you know, we have to tread lightly with these types of things. Like I said, we could just read out what the hell they be talking about, and then they be like, oh, that's medical misinformation. But in that article, it says your choice. Listen to people that you trust. All right, what if you trust somebody that don't believe in all that? Oh, then they're spreading medical misinformation. All right, this is who we dealing with right now, man. All right. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. This is not going to be a very long lesson, but just straight to the point, because like I said, we don't want to give too many opinions. All right, we just want this information to go out. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, all right, just like they're saying, look, we want everybody to, you know, or the majority of these people jabbed up by the 4th of July so we can celebrate the independence of America and the independence from this here virus, this here boogeyman, this threat. We need to be free from this. We need this, and that. And what are they offering? Peace and safety, man. All right. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right. So, and this is not just, you know, the only peace and safety that, you know, that's going to be the so-called calm before the storm. Because you have the buildup of wars and rumors of wars and things like that, and hey, through the spirit, they might just be like, you know what, we found a common ground where we're going to all just go to peace. We got Iran to sign this nuclear deal, and all these other people, they were just bowing down. We got a solution to all these things. We got a solution to all these situations, and all of a sudden, you have that big hiccup, man. All right, but dealing with this, this is one of those peace and safety moments where it's like, yo, you had this massive scare, all right, problem, reaction, solution. They already got the solution from the jump, order out of chaos. All right, they create the chaos to bring in their new world order. All right, so what? Like I said, problem, reaction, solution. They start with the solution. The solution is we want to sit here and inoculate everybody, man. All right, start pushing off this here MOB, basically, right? That's the solution, the final solution. But first, we have to create a problem. And the problem is now we got this worldwide boogeyman that's got everybody on lockdown and is killing all the jobs and killing everybody's morale and everything else like that. All right. The reaction is that the people are, we don't want to be locked down no more. We don't want to be walking around with these masks on no more, and so on and so forth. We need help. We need help. We need help. So what? They're going to seek out a solution. And guess who's going to already have the solution prepared for you from Jump Street, man? All right. Problem, reaction, solution. So it says when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Just like a woman that's pregnant, she's pregnant and everything is all fine and dandy. She's just, being a regular pregnant woman and everything like that. But then all of a sudden, that water break, man. All right, then it's time to get to the hospital because now she's going into labor and things like that, man. All right, right now you basically a woman walking around with just the baby inside your belly, just doing your normal things here and there. The woman's still walking around the house doing some laundry or this or that. Oh, everything's fine. But when that water break, all that shit go out the window, right? And so, hey, this is pretty much the stage right now. You have that pregnancy that's going on, all right, whereas now we have a solution for these things, and we're going to prepare for this. We're going to paint the baby room. We see the sonogram. Everything is all cool and everything like that. We can plan for these things here and there, but then all of a sudden when that water breaks, boom, now we need a solution. Now these things is coming upon us real quick, and then that's just, hey, this is where it's going to start furthering the divide of people, all right, because like I said, well, like the article say, you got a lot of people that are with this. They're ready to go ahead and take this here, this here situation. All right. Then you had some people that was on the fence, but then some of those people start changing their minds now, man. All right. But then ultimately, this is all their agenda to begin with. All right. Speaking of that, because I was speaking on Jake earlier. All right. Because Jake don't realize that they don't understand that they the prize in this whole thing, man. All right, you the one that they need to get on board with bowing down to their system, and they already a part of this shit, man. They already on the team, man. It's just like a bunch of military men in the what you call it, the Army Recruitment Office and things like that. You don't see soldiers in there and they goddamn BDUs trying to convince and recruit other soldiers that's already in the military to come and join and sign up. Like, look, bro, we'll offer you this at Camaro, a $30,000 sign-on bonus and everything. Why? Because he's already enlisted, man. They're not trying to get other soldiers to enlist, man. They going out into the high schools and things like that, to the people where the kids, they ain't smart enough to realize what's really going on and everything like that, and trying to entice those people, man. Because these are the how do I say, the what do they call those minds? The impressionable minds or whatever. All right, these are the ones that we can sit there and brainwash to throw their lives away for us, basically, and sacrifice their lives for a goddamn $35,000 Camaro that they can go get that shit working at, like, Walmart or some shit like that, man. All right. This is Jeremiah 30 and 5. Well, see, this is what it's going to come to, all right? For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling and of fear and not of peace, all right? Because, see, right now, this is what they're trying to offer, that peace and that safety. Everything's going to be all right. But look, and what people aren't really understanding is, this is something that I really wanted to go into, but now we at the time where we really can't go into all these things. But when you go into these, how do I want to word these things? When you go into these little cocktail juices, right? These shits ain't what you think that they are, man. They tell you on their website that it's an operating system, right? It's basically an operating system, right? It's a software, right? Now, we also know that they're setting up these 5G towers. They're at the beginning of all this stuff, everybody, these smart dumb niggas was out here saying that, oh, ain't nobody getting sick. It's the 5G. It's the 5G that's causing all this. Like, motherfucker, y'all just jumping on bandwagons. They don't have 5G in America right now. I don't care what your cell phone company say. I don't care what anybody tell you. They ain't got 5G here in America. You may have a 5G little icon on your phone. You ain't got 5G in America, man. All right. Anybody that's saying that they don't understand 5G, they've never studied it, man. These people will tell you that they got to have a 5G device, all right, first of all, every 20 feet, all right, in order for this bad boy to work. And then they got to turn it all on at the same time. And then they got to have it to the 60 gigahertz, which that's where the people talking about, oh, it's going to start killing folks and everything else like that, man. Yeah, they've turned it on in little small areas here and there to test it out. And you see the results of that. The trees and things around it start dying and everything. But as far as massively having it out there like that, you don't have that. Just like how if you got your regular cell phone service, right, and you got unlimited 4G, which you think is unlimited, but it ain't unlimited. All right, when you go over a certain amount of gigabytes, they slow your shit down, right? What they call peak hours. They can do that to increase the bandwidth to just make your goddamn 4G seem like it's a little bit faster and just put a 5G logo on there, but you ain't really got 5G. But just, if you can imagine, if you take this here cocktail juice, that's a software that can communicate with computers and shit like that, where they talking about getting the digital tracking type of thing. You got to understand how these things work, man. All right. Once you get this bad boy and they, look, you get what I'm saying, right? Because I don't want this video taken down, but hey, piece together what the hell I'm saying, man. All right, or watch some of my old videos, but those channels are, I only got one more strike and them channels are gone, man. All right, but I didn't went into this years ago and telling you about how this all shit was gonna go before we even had this pandemic. I didn't know how they was gonna roll it out like this, but hey, it's all lining up, man. All right, but it says, for thus saith Yahweh of hosts, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. All right, because our people are in that peace and safety mind. All we got to do is go get this. We got to go get this. But I'm telling you, once they turn this shit up and turn it on, then it's like, oh shit, everybody bugging out. And like the what they call that Bird Box movie. All right, you see how that shit started affecting people, right? You go on the CDC website and they tell you about the damn their procedure or their protocols for a zombie apocalypse, man. All right, this ain't no far-fetched shit. This is on their websites, man. No conspiracy. Just go look on their websites. Go look on these mixed cocktails they trying to give you, right? These free cocktails, free drinks for everybody. Go look at their websites and see what the hell they talk about when they tell you what the hell these things are. All right, but that's on them. You don't want to do your research, that's on you, man. All right. It says, ask now and see whether a man doth travail with child. All right, because look, it's peace and safety, but it's gonna come upon him like a woman in travail. All right, but this is talking about, you know, these so-called, oh, we straight, we gonna be all right, you know, not you know, ultimately in Jacob's trouble, even the big strong men and all those gangster niggas rolling around with the AKs and multiple clips, they gonna be screaming like bitches out there, man. But all these proud ass people is like, oh, y'all some fear mongers. We gonna go get this here cocktail and we gonna go out and party and live it up while y'all over there in fear and everything else like that. But hey, then y'all gonna be the ones that's screaming, because the scripture talk about that grievous sore your ass is gonna get, man. All right. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces turned to paleness. All right. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And then he is talking about the elected Israel. But for 2/3 of our people, man, all right, it's gonna be a lot of shit. Now we seeing there's gonna be a whole lot of shit. Like let me grab it. Let me just grab it. Matthew 24, verse 21. Right? It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever shall be. All right. So going into Jacob's trouble, you're going to have, you know, martial law being kicked off, sedition. First of all, martial law being kicked off, right, for whatever reason. All right. Look, you got Jake getting shot down now, but, you know, we ain't quite there yet. But look, you got martial law where the troops is kicking in your doors and shit like that, man. All right. Then you got sedition among men because you got famines going on out here and people can't eat. The economic collapse didn't happen and people was fighting over food and rice. All right. Then you got to worry about, hey, they got the majority of the population drunk off this here goddamn cocktail and things like that. Then they start turning up this here 5G on your ass. All right. Hey, man, it's going to be troubles on all ends, man. All right. Jake ain't going to know what the hell to do. They're going to be bugging out, not going to be able to think straight. They're going to be, man. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there shall be no flesh saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. And for our sake, we see in the days being short, not just the time, like time being shortened or nothing like that, but these prophecies are speeding up faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, man. All right, you know, because we was always talking about the mark of the beast, but now it's like every damn day you got some new shit coming out about the mark of the beast, man. All right, just 2 years ago, like, you know, the so-called cryptocurrencies and things like that wasn't that big of a deal. You know, people just still didn't believe in Bitcoin as it was going up and everything like that, right? But now you got everybody, that's all the damn commercials you see is crypto this and crypto that and digital wallets this and that, and they pushing for those things like that, man. All right. The Internet of Things, more and more smart devices. People are getting used to all these things, man. You've seen this whole world being transformed all, you know, in an instant, man. All right, you know, they didn't unveil a whole new way of life in just 1 year, one calendar year, 365 days, man. They got all these so-called free-ass Americans with all these freedoms, the people, quote-unquote, with the most freedoms in the whole world. They put your ass in subjection, put a mask on your goddamn face and shut down your businesses and told your ass to stay at home and teach your kids on the internet and shit like that. How how you lose all your freedoms and all your rights within 365 damn days, man? All right, see, all this is happening overnight, man. All right. Let me grab one more. We'll close out. What does I want? Oh, Isaiah 30 and 1 through 3. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me." All right, like in that article, they say, "Oh, you should talk to the people that you trust, your faith leaders and your relatives, or just people that you trust." Right? Well, 2/3 of our people, who do they trust? They trust their own enemies, man, or they trust in these false shepherds that want to lead our people astray, man. All right, like just like in that article we were reading. Give me a second. Just like in that article we were reading, Biden was talking about how he was going to try to basically get influencers, all right, celebrities and things like that, to persuade the people to go get these things, right? Who is the majority, like 2/3 of our people? Who are they taking counsel from? Their own idols, man. They're not taking these false gods, the celebrities, the Cardi B's, the Drakes and Jay-Z's and whoever, I'm just throwing out some names, right? But nevertheless, they listen to them before they listen to us. They listen to Creflo Dollar and all these pastors that just want money. They don't realize that the government is paying them off, you paying them off, and they over here flying in private jets and everything like that and so on and so forth. When we prove to you to spread this here gospel around the four corners of the earth, you don't need no goddamn airplanes, man. All right, with the foolishness of preaching, go on the highways and the byways in your own city and just upload the videos, man. All right, and then the word, for the elect's sake, those that are going to be the elect being saved, that, ain't nobody had to get in no goddamn airplane to go fly to see them and knock on their door and everything like that. But look, our people trust in those people that's over there, quote unquote, doing those miracles and doing God's work that way, man. Those are the people they taking counsel from, but they're not taking counsel from the Most High, man. All right, it says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh," because how often did our people, throughout all the captivities in the scriptures, how often did our people listen to the people that was in captivity under, man? You had who was that? Mordecai and them, who the masses of the people was listening to what the hell the oppressors was saying, man. Mordecai didn't. All right, the majority of the people in Babylon was listening to what the hell the king was saying. Daniel didn't. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego didn't. So you had a small remnant every time that wasn't taking heed to what the masses of the people was following after, which was the oppressors and stuff like that. They was taking counsel of the Lord, and guess what? They was always delivered, man. All right. "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." You already in a messed up position. And then who you going to go ask for help? The people that's been leading you astray the whole time, man. You going to go and ask the chick that's telling your daughters how to go and shake that wop. You know what I'm saying? She don't cook, she don't clean, but she got this diamond ring. Like, what kind of advice is that? You're not really going to get no man like that. Not no real man of no value. You know what I'm saying? Like, but these are the people that our people listen to, man. All right? But when it comes to us to tell you, look, to your sons, y'all need to stop selling drugs. Y'all need to stop killing each other and everything like that. Y'all need to come back to the Lord. Start reading the Bible, man. Eat healthy, man. All right? For your daughters, man. Stop dressing like thoughts out there, man. Cover yourself up. How do I say? Have a little bit more respect for your own body, man, and your husband and your kids, man. Love your families and things like that. Oh, we're the most dangerous thing to our community, man. But yet and still, you can go out there and tell these women to go out there and twerk it out and be thoughts and be strippers and everything else like that. Go be a Instagram model or OnlyFans model. Those are the people that our people take counsel from, man. Adding sin to more sin. You already destroyed, and you listen to them to destroy you even more when the truth is here to wake your ass up, man. All right, verse 2. That walk to go down to Egypt. All right, like I was just saying, they keep going back into our oppressors for advice. All right, that walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. Now, we still, ever since we've been bringing these scriptures out, these particular scriptures out, and harping on our people about who the hell they listening to, you've had all these cases of Jake getting gunned down and killed by the police, where our people was like, oh, this is an unfair system, an unjust system, and unjust this and unjust that. It's not fair. This government don't like us. They don't love us. They don't respect us. They don't think our lives matter. But yet you go into them that so-called treat your medical ailments or whatever, or to have your best benefits, man, you always walking into their damn traps, man. You a rebellious ass children, man. 2/3 of our people, but hey, you got to learn not to death by pain, man. All right. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right, you wondering why your ass is getting sick, or why you ain't prospering, or why, hey, they spread feminism and things like that. Oh, we want these women to be free and independent. Well, how come ain't none of them married, and why they getting old as hell, and they got cats and dogs and pushing them around in strollers and shit like that, and they got to keep constantly selling their body to get their bills paid because they ain't never had no real skills in their life, because they've always had sugar daddies their whole time, because they was always young, hot, and shaking that ass for some goddamn money. That's what they promote. Oh, they free and independent. They don't need no man to take care of them. But yet they got all these systems taking care of them, man. All right? Come on, man. I'm going to go ahead and close out with that, man. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth never will. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.